What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Pushing the Line Sports. Today we are not gonna do our theme music. I'm gonna let
Mm.
Mike go ahead and take it from here. What you got to say, Mike?
Uh, First of all, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know about the tragic events that happened this week. As y'all can see, our backgrounds. Two babies got killed. I went to this school. I graduated from this school, class of 2001. Um, it's highly unfair to send your child to school and they never come back home. Um, Sports show. We make light of a lot. We have fun. We laugh, but sometimes it's not funny. As men, I know a lot of us we get bad raps. We're not in our kids' lives or whatever. I want to advise you to be a man. If you're not, and get in your kids' lives and hug and kiss on them every day, because you never know when it'll be your last day. Hugging and kissing on them, and you'll regret that. Um, I talk to my kids every morning. I tell them I love them every morning. Um, Sometimes it's hard for us to have a soft side, but I do want to send thoughts and prayers out to them and their families and that school and alumni like myself because we're all going through it. Um, Unfortunately, my son, his cousin, was in the cafeteria when it happened. So my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone involved.
Same here. One thing I hate is when something like this, a tragedy goes on anywhere in the United States. People rush to social media if they had the video, they want to share it to social media. I guess they
Hmm.
want to get reactions from people, likes, comments, or whatever on their social medias. And man, that's just insensitive. I mean, that's somebody's
Really?
child that is laying there dead or in the act of dying, and you're sharing something to social media for clout. And these parents, a lot of times, hadn't even seen or heard about it, but the first place they hear about it is Facebook.
Yeah. Please stop doing that. That is senseless and everything ain't made to be alike.
Exactly. Yeah, I a couple of years ago, I had it out with a couple of family members because my brother passed away, and the first place I heard about it was
On
Facebook.
social media.
I hadn't got a call or a text from anybody, but I found out my brother died on Facebook because somebody wanted to be the first to post it. So now, anytime anything goes on in my family, you best believe I'm the first person they call before, and they say before you see it on Facebook, I gotta tell you.
Yeah,
But
and it should be that way anyway.
yeah, yeah. Let's keep those families and kids in our prayers. All those kids at that school that were there that day involved or around, that's going to impact them for the rest of their lives. They're not going to sleep good for a while.
Hmm.
Um, some of them may have to get some help, but if there's any way you can help, please do.
That is a fact.
What's up, Smeezy? Abraham, we see you in the chat.
So, babe, cuz in the chat, he off work tonight. He ready to roll.
Yeah, man. Coaching carousel, man. It's been heating up. A lot of things that we said last week happened.
Hey, hell. Oh, I yes, I am smoking a cigar.
That ain't no blunt, y'all. He don't do that stuff.
But yeah, this coaching carousel, it has been absolutely insane. I'm excited to talk about it. I'm all opinion today.
So one thing I've been telling you all year, Ben Johnson to Chicago.
I hate it. You was right,
Hey,
but I hate it. The
hey,
only reason why I hate it is because you're already 0-5 before the season starts. That's why I hate it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily because people thought that about the Redskins this year, and look where they at. They
The
play your boys
Commanders.
tomorrow. They play your boys tomorrow. As a matter of fact, speaking of Redskins, Daniel Snyder is upset about it.
But you know what the difference is. Dan Quinn is a hell of a coach. He's been a hell of a coach. This is Ben Johnson's first merry-go-round with a. I ain't even gonna count Caleb Williams. I'm gonna count it because he didn't have a bad season. But all this is gonna be brand new, and you have two good teams, and you have three great coaches in that division. Kevin O'Connell can coach. Matt LaFleur can coach. Dan Campbell can coach. You the new kid on the block, and you gonna start at the bottom, and it's all gonna be brand new. Whereas we'll see what happens with Sam Darnold. They pretty much these teams know their experience. It's pretty much the best division in football.
Well, my personal opinion on this is 2 years ago, if you had said that, I would have been all for it. But Ben Johnson has been interviewing and turning down head coaching jobs for the past few years. First year, I think he did it because he knew he wasn't ready.
Hmm.
Um, Last year, I think he turned down a lot because it wasn't the right fit. And I think both years he went back to the Detroit organization, learning more about the head coaching situations for the simple fact he knew that he was on the verge of getting a head coaching job, and he wanted to be able to step in and know how to do the job at hand. He's been learning. Trust me, he's been learning.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with him getting a head coaching job. I just and it's another coach that we're gonna talk about. I really don't like that hire either. I'm happy that they're getting the opportunities. I think he will do pretty good. I think. But all those, I don't know if he was in charge of all the gadget plays that they did in Detroit and all that stuff. But I think Caleb Williams is excited, and that's what's most important. I
So
just hope they keep him there.
Ben Johnson, I believe, was behind most of those gadget plays. He is also bringing his wide receivers coach with him, Antoine Randall. He is the associate head coach or assistant head coach, and the wide receivers coach for the Bears now.
Hmm.
What they need to do is get a defensive coordinator that is established and possibly has some head coaching experience themselves.
Yeah. So I got them going 3-14 next season.
Man, I got to see free agency and the draft before I predict any of that.
You
That
want
sounds good.
you want me to tell you they schedule? And before we get into it, I'm gonna tell y'all they schedule. And I want you presently constructed. Tell me what their record gonna be.
Okay.
Their home games. They got Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Dallas, the Giants. It looks like the Browns, the Steelers, and the Saints. How many wins they got there? About three.
3 to 5.
Okay. Their away games is Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Baltimore, San Francisco, Washington, Philadelphia, Cincinnati, and the Raiders. They got one win out of there.
So they got about 3 to 5 wins next year.
That's what I said.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they are under the impression that he is not going to come in and make them a 500 team. If he does, kudos.
Yeah.
But I like that hire. I like the fact that he waited for the situation that he was waiting for, and that was it. He's got a young quarterback that he can tutor. Um, Maybe it'll convince Keenan Allen to stay. I don't know, but they got Roma Dunze, they got Cole Komet, they got tools to work with.
They got DJ Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore, and all of those except for Keenan Allen was at his press conference to cheer him on. So,
Yeah.
all right, we spoke briefly about the New England Patriots hire. That's a good hire, in my opinion. I know you don't feel it is.
They hired Josh McDaniels as the OC, so yeah, we'll see.
They got some familiarity, which is what I think they were trying to go back to.
Yeah.
Um, they're gonna have to make some moves in free agency in the draft. They did get Terrell Williams from Detroit.
Hmm.
He was their defensive line coach. He is now their defensive coordinator. So he is coming from a good system that played pretty well despite um, the injuries that they had.
Yeah.
Terrell Williams is a good coach. I don't know how he'll be as a defense coordinator, but he's a
Mhm.
good coach overall.
What pick does New England have? 3?
I think they're a little deeper than that.
They either 3 or 5. The Giants may be 3 and they may be
The
5.
Giants are three.
Okay.
Um, I forgot who four was, because Jacksonville is six, right?
I thought they was 4.
Man, you finna make me look
You
real
know
quick.
what? While you looking that up, I have a fun fact for people that's watching the show because y'all like this type of shit. Did you know Joe Milton broke an NFL record this season for the fastest thrown NFL pass ever?
Hey, you know what? I can believe that.
61 miles per hour.
Golly.
Who's catching that? That is a speeding ticket if you're going down the road on a residential road.
New England is number four, Jacksonville number five.
Okay, okay.
All right.
I like New England's team, man. I like Drake May.
Okay. Yeah.
I really do. I like Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry is very underrated, by the way. He's a good
He
tight end.
is.
I like Jalen Polk. I like Pop Douglas, Kedrick Bourne. I think they got a cool little young team. It just give them a little time.
They do. They need to get a playmaker, another playmaker, um, at the wide receiver spot. Don't get me wrong, Kendrick Bourne and Pop Douglas, they cool, but they three or fourth receiver at best. They not a one or a two.
I agree with that. This
Damn
next one
right,
is
C Wayne. You see it. Go
yeah.
big
They
orange.
could have used them against Ohio State. Congrats, Ohio State, while I'm on here, man. National champions. Let's
Hey,
go.
you know what? I ain't even mad. That made me feel like Tennessee was the second best team in the country. Did you freeze or you just get quiet?
Let's go.
Yeah, you froze. You froze
I
up
thought
on
it was
me.
you that froze.
No, you froze. I was sitting here seeing myself move. You froze. But anyway,
No,
the
you froze on my end.
the New York Jets, they hired Aaron Glenn. We kind of
This
saw it
is
coming. It was down between the Jets and the Saints on who was going to hire Glenn. Aaron Glenn has been a hot defense coordinator for the past couple of years. Of course, he's coming from that good culture of Detroit that Ben Johnson was in. So basically, Detroit's coaching staff has been gutted.
this is the hire that I dislike the most.
It's the one that is most set up for failure right now.
Exactly. That is the one that I dislike the most.
Just did just hire GM. It was either today or yesterday. He was an assistant in the office for the Broncos.
Hmm.
Is that correct, Abraham? Ain't Abraham the Denver Broncos fan?
Hell no, that's Jamal. Abe is a
Oh, okay.
Steelers fan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
You know Abe don't play by his Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm gonna get it right. Don't
Oh,
hold
and
it
we
against me.
did find out, Abe and T, they did find out that it was indeed the Bears that reached out for Mike Tomlin.
Yes,
You know what's crazy? Mike McCarthy, we'll get to it. Go ahead.
Mike McCarthy's
Oh,
still
anyway,
unemployed.
I don't like this job. I don't like this head coaching opportunity for Aaron Glenn. I feel like it's a scapegoat job.
Um, it is a scapegoat job, but I guarantee you, Woody Johnson wanted that hire for the simple fact that he thinks it's a good hire. It's all going to depend on the GM. The GM is going to have to put he's going to have to put players in there that are going to fit Aaron Glenn's system and thought process and culture.
Yeah.
Um, Aaron Glenn is also going to need a coaching staff around him that is experienced.
I know how they usually do us. I just hope they give him time.
Well,
There's no quarterback there right now because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I think that bridge is burned. Tay Adams is gone. It was rumors about Garrett Wilson wanted to be traded. They got the whole Hassan Reddick thing going on. Will this defense still be good next year? It should be. Um, I'm happy for Aaron Glenn. Don't get it twisted. I believe, if I'm mistaken, he got drafted by the Jets, so this is a coming home for him.
he did.
Yeah.
Um, and a cool little fact. Um, the coach for the Jets when they drafted Aaron Glenn was Pete Carroll.
Yep.
Aaron Glenn just got his first head coaching job. Pete Carroll just got a job again as the Raiders head coach, and he is now the oldest coach in the NFL.
I like that for the Raiders though.
I do too.
I think that's the hire that I like the most so far. Well, no, it's not. It's my second one.
Okay, okay. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Um, Jacksonville Jaguars. So the man, the only person that has ever made Will Levis look good, is now tasked with making Trevor Lawrence the quarterback that he should be. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the hire. And if my name was Jerry Springer, I would like the drama surrounded by it.
I don't know if y'all been keeping up with this, man, but this was crazy.
Wild.
Yeah. I mean, however, if you want to say he shafted the Bucks, you can, but he's the new head coach of the Jaguars. It was a mess before it was pretty. I say
So,
that.
so let's go over this timeline real quick. So Monday, this past Monday,
Hmm.
January 20th, the Jaguars scheduled an in-person interview with Liam Cohen, offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay Buccaneers the past 2 seasons. Um, he takes the interview, goes.
Yeah.
Um, so Wednesday, reports come out that a lot of people, hold on, that Cohen had withdrawn from consideration, and a lot of that was to do with the GM.
Yep.
I mean, people, even everybody in Jacksonville, as far as fan wise, has been trying to get Trent Baalke fired. They even rented a fucking plane with a banner, flew it over the stadium that said, "Please fire Trent Baalke." Now, I don't know what kind of money that person had, but hey, they had a message, and it should have been listened to a long time ago. They probably would have got whatever coach they wanted.
Definitely.
But finally, on Thursday, Trent Baalke got fired. Following Trent Baalke's departure, Cohen secretly traveled to Jacksonville to meet the Jaguars owner Shad Khan,
Hmm.
um, running discussions about the head coaching job. But before this had happened, he was promised that he was going to be the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers if he did not take a second interview.
Yep. Not only that, they was going to make him the highest paid offensive coordinator in NFL history.
Now, this man had also sent texts to Baker Mayfield and several other players saying that he'd be back.
He did.
Now, to make the story a little more interesting, while he's in Jacksonville interviewing, Tampa Bay is trying to get a hold of him. Can't get a hold of him. Supposedly, they were in and out of the hospital dealing with something that has to do with their kids, according to his wife.
Hmm.
Um, Basically, they wouldn't finna let him up out of the Jaguars building until he took their job.
That's what it was. If you gonna lie, don't lie on your kid. If it was a lie, which I hope it was, because I hope their kid is not hospitalized.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The wife might have been at the hospital with the kid.
Yeah, exactly. But
So, so in a lot of lies, there is a little truth.
yeah, absolutely. I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him too, but I'm not happy the way it goes because it takes a shot at his character.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So for his character and for his sake, I hope it's a successful move.
Well, he needs to get an offensive coordinator in there, and he'll probably get somebody else that was part of the Sean McVay tree because they have similar philosophies. He needs to work with Trevor Lawrence as far as getting him where he needs to be, but he has a good young team to work with, and
Yeah.
the new GM needs to make sure he makes all the right moves and keep Cohen involved in those moves.
I had a little bit of that college. You know how coaches leave a school and they team in the midnight hour and don't tell nobody. It's just breaking news.
Hey
That had a
man,
little college football feel to it.
who
I like it.
who was that? Brian
Yeah.
Kelly.
Brian Kelly, yeah,
Brian Kelly.
like a thief in the night. He was the fuck up
Man,
out of there.
quick, fast, and in a hurry. Speaking of Brian Kelly, you know he wants his championship ring from Notre Dame winning, right?
But what did he do?
He,
Recruit a couple people?
he recruited a couple people.
Man, you gonna get your ass out of here.
Man, the hell up out of here. All right, Las Vegas Raiders. I still can't get used to saying Las Vegas, but Las Vegas Raiders. They are getting Pete Carroll. They are getting a seasoned coach to come in there on a 3-year contract to help turn around the culture. Um,
Hmm.
I do like that for the fact that he's the type of coach that can work with what you give him, and they don't have a ton of pieces right now.
So I was reading something. Abe, this is something you'll be interested in
I want to know what
about.
they meant by that. That's not how it works.
It was something that had to do with Brian Kelly, I think. But this will be interesting for Abe. Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson are very close, supposedly, reportedly. And it's been talks of a reunion of Russell Wilson coming to the Raiders to be with Pete Carroll again. Now, do I hope this happens? No. Honestly, I think Russ is at the end. And I don't think that would benefit the Raiders to bring him over there. If you gonna start over, just start over. Are you seeing it, Abe? Okay. Yeah, if you gonna start over, just start over.
I saw that too, and the talks of Russell Wilson started before Pete Carroll was hired. Um, and there was a lot of people saying there may be some mutual interest or whatever there. But once Pete Carroll was hired, they were debating whether it would work out or not. I think it would work. They could make it work, but
Yeah.
they shouldn't try to make it work because that didn't end so well with them in Seattle.
Mm-mm.
Go your separate ways and move on. Russ needs to just go to New Orleans or somewhere. Shit,
Just go.
yeah.
Just go be.
Go be a baby daddy.
He's not leading nobody. I mean, his wife is fine as hell. I retire, but he's not going to lead your team to a Super Bowl anymore.
And you know what? Here's another thing. Um, his wife hadn't really been touring the past couple of years because he's been playing football. Go be a house husband. Let her go back on tour.
Absolutely. I mean, you done made your money, bro.
Yeah.
You done made your money. You're not
Hell,
giving
you
up.
still getting paid from Denver.
Yes, like come on. It's you may as well go into the house. It's over. I tell you, if he and I'll say this, if he don't retire, I would love if we don't keep Kenny Pickett. I'd love to have Russell Wilson as a backup in Philly.
It is what it is.
Maybe he'll go to Dallas. Speaking of,
Have you heard any talks of any coordinators he might bring along with him to Las Vegas?
I have not. I haven't heard anything about it. Hell, I don't even think he know. He's 73. He might have
He
fell
he
asleep.
he doesn't. But like Abe said, he's 73 young. He's out there moving faster on the sideline than I can move in real life.
Yeah, for real. He don't move or act like he's 73.
He doesn't. He's got a lot of fucking energy. I
Yeah.
like him. He's won a college championship. He's won a NFL championship. I
Hmm.
think what he's going to bring to them for at least the next 3 years, because there is a fourth year team option. Um, I believe it's going to be good for their culture.
I do too. I think he fits their culture.
Yeah, yeah. Um, man, Dallas Cowboys.
Come on, baby. This what I'm talking about right here. This made my day. Come on, tell them what happened.
Dallas Cowboys. You were what was their record?
They were
Seven,
maybe like 7-10, 8-9, somewhere in there.
7-10. You take a 7-10 team. You withheld your coach, who was no longer under contract, from taking any other interviews while you figured out what's going on. He decides to walk away because he's sick and tired of your bullshit. And then you can't find nobody to take the job. You really can't find many people to come in and interview because Jerry Jones is a lunatic nutcase. So you have to go settle for an in-house offensive coordinator who has never called a play in a game.
I love it. I love the hire. Extend him for 10 years.
Brian Callahan 2.0.
Hey, I love it. He got a yes man. That's what he wanted. I kept telling people Deion Sanders wasn't coming to Dallas. I don't know how close it was. I don't even really
I
think
don't
it
I
was
don't think
that
I don't think it
close.
was close.
But no, this is Dallas right here until you don't wish death on nobody, and I'm not saying that, but until Jerry Jones is no longer with us on this beautiful earth, this is what you're going to get. You shouldn't even be surprised, honestly.
Here's my problem with the hire. Not that you want to promote somebody from within and give them the job, but you have not exhausted all of your options. Kellen Moore, who is a former player for the Cowboys, former offensive assistant for the Cowboys, was interested in the job. Could you
Mhm.
not wait a couple more weeks to talk to him?
I'm glad he didn't. I hope he come back to Philadelphia.
I mean, unless he goes to New Orleans, it's looking like he'll be back in Philly, which would be good because they need some continuity up there.
Please,
But
please
yeah,
give us some continuity.
um, I forgot. Oh, I had it on the tip of my tongue. I didn't put it in my notes. Who they were looking at for defense coordinator for the Cowboys, but it was a seasoned veteran. Um, oh, Matt Eberflus.
Oh
Matt
yeah, I
Eberflus.
love that. Please
Hey,
get him.
okay, so yeah. That sounds like a Dallas Cowboy type hire.
It
You
sure
get
does.
Don't get me wrong, he was really good when he was a defense coordinator, but he was really bad as a head coach. Um, so you are going to bring in a bad head coach as a defense coordinator for a new head coach that is an offensive coordinator that has never called an offensive play in the game, who might need some tutelage as a head coach.
I love it. It's
They them,
Dallas.
hey, they them boys.
You know why this continues to happen? Because he knows he gonna go out there. Jerry is a master marketer. If he ain't nothing else, he's going to convince these fans that Dallas is gonna be good this year. They're gonna buy all the gear. He hasn't won in almost 30 years, and he has the most expensive team in football, if not all the sports.
Donald Sterling 2.0.
Come on, man.
And for those of you guys who don't know who Donald Sterling is, he used to be the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. He didn't care about winning because he realized you could still be profitable as a losing team.
Yes.
And then he stole his team to Steve Ballmer for what, 2 billion?
hmm And I love Steve Ballmer.
Yeah. I like him as an owner.
We gonna walk over the things that Donald Sterling said to get his ass out of the NBA. But anyway,
It was some
oh,
N word.
before
It was some
we
N words.
are we about to go to the playoff games?
Um, nah, we got the New Orleans Saints to talk about.
Hell, they ain't got no coach yet.
They don't have a coach, but we're gonna
Mike
talk about it.
McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy, I think, is a good option.
Yes.
I think Kellen Moore will be a decent option.
No.
Um, Robert Salah is out because he just went to San Francisco as their defensive coordinator, which
That's why I asked if we was gonna, yeah.
I
Not
really
to
like
cut
that
you
hire.
off. That's why I asked if you was gonna mention if we was going to the games because I was gonna say that Robert Saleh was the defensive coordinator at San Francisco again. I love that.
Yeah, I like that for him. I like that for the San Francisco 49ers organization.
Hmm.
Um, after the way their defense played last year, at least. But yeah, that I mean, Joe Brady is still an option. I think the Saints are they're waiting until at least after tomorrow's games to see who's
Yeah.
available. If the Bills lose, you can guarantee they're gonna interview Joe Brady. If the Eagles lose, they're probably gonna interview Kellen Moore.
Steve Spagnuolo.
Steve Spagnuolo, that's another option. Um, it, Abe said Doug Peterson,
I think Doug Peterson next job is an offensive coordinator job.
which is where he needs to go. There are a lot of coaches that are great as a coordinator. They
Hmm.
go on to be a head coach, and it's not the same. But they go back to being a coordinator, and they're good again.
Yep.
Dan Quinn is one of the few that was a good coordinator, got a head coach's job, wasn't a good head coach, went back to coordinator, and now he's a good head coach.
Dan Quinn is making the Dallas Cowboys look stupid.
As hell.
All the former Cowboys coaches, Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn, they all still playing.
They still in them playoffs. Playoffs?
Oh, before we get to the games, what do you think about Houston letting go of Bobby Sloyd? Because we was high on him.
Man, see, here's my thing. I was high on him last year, and he was my top choice for head coach for the Titans for the simple fact that he came from the San Francisco 49ers system,
Hmm.
was familiar with Rand Carthon. I thought they were going to give him opportunity, but he obviously went through his interviews and there was not enough there for anybody to hire him. Um, he returns to the Texans, and don't quote me on this, but I think the Texans gave him an extension. They go on this year, and it seemed like the offense regressed because um, the offense wasn't making the adjustments that they needed to make throughout the year, and he gets fired.
I feel like they have a horrible offensive line.
Offensive line coach got fired.
And I also kept telling people, I know Nico is the wide receiver one, but Diggs was the glue to that offense.
Yeah,
When he needed those third and shorts, when you see CJ Stroud and you see him in the playoffs and he gets happy feet and he gets sacked, that's because he doesn't have that quick outlet anymore. Mechie, he's not that. He's not that. Robert Woods isn't that. Diggs is an elite receiver.
Mechie
Elite,
hasn't been the same since he got sick.
yeah. And prayers out to Tank Dell, but we don't know if he'll ever even play again. He's not playing next season at all. He's out did the rest of this season, obviously, and next season. So you never know. It's just Nico. Dalton Schultz, he does what Dalton Schultz does, but they gonna have to rebuild that offense.
I'm waiting for the story to come out of why they really fired him, but I can tell you now that a lot of it had to do with um, the same old schemes. You're not making adjustments.
Hmm.
I mean, people start to figure you out. Yeah, first year, cool. Y'all ran through. Second year, people start to figure out what you're doing, and you're not making adjustments to counter what they're doing to you.
Yep.
So it got stale.
Offense got a little boring too.
Yeah, it did.
I will say that.
You gotta I mean, same way I treat life. You gotta treat that offense. When you wake up in the morning, you gotta be thinking, what can we do next? What have we not done that we can do to be better today? And they just obviously were not doing that.
I thought you was finna say get drunk and hack Call of Duty.
Hey man, I've only drank one time in the past week, and that was at a work function. I couldn't even finish all my drinks.
Oh, You know what? My bad. We on TV. We family. How was Eddie V's, man? Did you like it?
Man,
That
you
shit
know what?
fire.
You know what? I like Eddie V's.
That shit
I
fire.
like Eddie V's. If you
Eddie
got
V is good.
if you got you a nice little date, you want to take out somewhere to good to eat, and you want some seafood, take her to Eddie V's.
Yeah, Eddie
Uh,
V's is top tier, man.
the service was top notch. Most of their seafood is is put on ice, flown in, and is served within 3 days, or it gets donated to somebody.
Hmm.
So
It's
it's
a
pretty
very good
fresh.
restaurant, man.
It is. And man, it's down there on at Fifth and Broad.
Yep. Did you
They
get
got
a drink? Did you get the drink with the purple diamond ice cube in it?
Nah, I ain't even gonna lie. My job, that we had a selected open bar and drink tickets. So I drank from what was there, but they had some of the top shelf liquor over there. And I kept it simple. I drank me a dirty martini and then I switched to wine.
Mm,
I had to drive home. I didn't need to get drunk.
I feel you.
I kept it simple and responsible. Mm. Tomorrow
I,
we got some football though.
we do. We do. I need your opinion on something.
Oh shit.
No, 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 no. Go ahead. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till we get to it. I wanna bring something up, and I just want your opinion on it. But go ahead.
All right. First up, we got the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles.
This man refused to call them the Washington Commanders, by the way. But go
Ooh, I'm glad you caught that. But yeah, I mean they're gonna always be the Redskins to me. That's how I'm gonna remember 'em.
I mean, me too. I don't understand why they don't even have a throwback helmet. It would be cool for them one week to just put the Washington Redskins stuff back on.
I
The
think
way America is now, hell, everything is offensive. It ain't gonna make no damn difference.
it was probably some legal stuff when they did the name change, but hopefully some of those positions will go through and they can do some of their stuff at some point.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, man, he has surprised a lot of people and put the Redskins in position to possibly go to the Super Bowl. Is it gonna happen? I don't know, man. Philadelphia, that defense is a different animal.
The defense is a different animal. Quinion Mitchell is playing. He banged up his shoulder last week, but he will be in there. Of course, N'Kobe Dean is out. I always tell people the scariest thing about playing a team like this, they don't have nothing to lose. There is absolutely no pressure at after they beat even before they beat Detroit. Not many of us, if anybody. The only person that I heard say Washington was going to beat Detroit was Carmelo Anthony on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast. I didn't think Washington was going to go in Detroit and put up 40 something points and beat Detroit. They out Detroited Detroit.
That they did, and nobody could have told me they'd done that.
This kid is amazing. Period. And they don't have no pressure on them. And that's a scary thing. I'm glad they got to come to Philly, but Dan Quinn knows Philly. He was the defensive coordinator on them in that dominant Dallas defense season that they had. He know he's going. I can guarantee you, Jalen Hurts is going to have pressure on him tomorrow. I promise you that. Who's going to get there? I don't know.
So while we talking about coordinators, Cliff Kingsbury, I've said it over and over at the beginning of the year. I thought it was a horrible hire, but he's got that offense going where they need to go, and he was in consideration for the Vegas job.
Hmm.
I don't know if he's in consideration for the Saints job or not, but I hope not. I hope he continues at Washington for at least one more year. That way, Jaden Daniels will have a little continuity.
I hope he stays. Shit, just stay.
Well,
I never want Jaden Daniels to get into a feelings. I know he's in our division, but this kid, he has Hall of Fame talent. He
if
really does.
if
And a
Kirk
big
Cousins
thing, go ahead.
if Kirk Cousins stays for another year, the Reds, the Commanders, I'm sorry, the Commanders would do themselves a favor in getting an offense coordinator in waiting.
Who you said if Kirk Cousins stay another
I
year?
said, I'm sorry, Cliff
This
Kingsbury.
man over here drinking. It's over
I
with,
am not
man.
drinking. I am not drinking. I don't know why I said Kirk Cousins. Maybe Kirk Cousins is gonna be his backup, or maybe Kirk Cousins will retire and just be a coordinator
Hmm.
in the Commanders. But if Cliff Kingsbury stays for one more year, they need to have them offense coordinator in training or in waiting.
I tell you, I think Cliff Kingsbury unlocked something when he got Austin Eckler back playing like the Austin Eckler that was in the Chargers. That's a dangerous when you can get that going. He's still dangerous out the backfield, and he really put a number on Detroit with that one. McLaurin, he may be one of the most underrated good wide receivers we got.
He is
And they have a good team. Dan Quinn got this defense going, and they hot. And like I said, man, they don't have nothing to lose. But my
absolutely.
question is for you was they always criticize Jalen Hurts about how he's not passing the ball. And granted, if you want him to pass the ball, stop Saquon. Stop him and Saquon from running if you want him to pass. But my thing was if you go 16 for 22, 127 yards, 73% completion percentage, you have 10 carries for 20 yards. Did you have a good game?
I mean, it depends. You can't always go off stats.
That's true. So last week, Jalen Hurts had better numbers than Josh Allen, but they applauded and they gave Josh Allen all this praise. Those was Josh Allen's stats that I just read off. And they talked about how he outplayed Lamar and how great he was last week. Jalen Hurts had more passing yards, better completion percentage, more rushing yards, and he scored a touchdown. And for some reason, they act like he don't know how to play the quarterback position. All the dude do is win. Every quarterback is not going to go out here throw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yes, I get it. They got Dallas Goddard. They got you're right, Abe. Yeah, they have Dallas Goddard. They got AJ Brown. They got Devontae Smith. They got Jahan Dotson. I get it. But if I can hand this ball off and I'm gonna get 200 yards rushing and I know you can't stop it in the snow, well, I'm gonna keep throwing the ball.
And honestly, last week a lot of that came on two plays with Saquon. So Saquon was not spectacular last week,
Yeah.
but those two plays made a world difference.
And they still almost lost.
Yeah,
If Matthew Stafford had three, if Matthew Stafford had 2 extra seconds on that last play, we lose that game. I don't know if y'all seen the play, but the defender for the Eagles, he slipped down. The receiver was wide open. If he catch it, he probably walk in the end zone, and we having a different conversation today. Matthew Stafford threw for over 320 yards that game, and they lost. So at this time of year, what do they tell you? A good defense and a run game always gonna travel.
cold weather.
And until you stop that, what do you think the Chiefs gonna do? The Chiefs have been riding the run game and a good defense all season, and ain't nobody saying
Uh,
nothing.
the only way you gonna make it to the Super Bowl with the high flying offense and a mediocre defense or a mediocre run game is your road to the Super Bowl is gonna have to be inside.
You're gonna have to be indoors.
Because
Or Miami.
once you get outside, Miami, shit, it was cold there last week.
Yeah, that's true. It was snowing there.
Hey,
That was crazy.
yeah. We didn't even talk about global warming and all that shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
but yeah, man, the road to the Super Bowl, you got to have defense and a running game, which which the Eagles they got that.
They got it.
Speaking of speaking of running, um, I don't remember what his line is right now, but it was low this morning. Jalen Hurts rushing yards was
Mhm.
low because he's been banged up. I would probably take it for a simple fact that if he's healthier than we think, he's going to get some rushing yards.
I tell you this, Jalen Hurts gonna do whatever he got to do to help them win that game.
As a matter of fact,
I will say that. I know he may throw for 90 yards tomorrow, but if it's 4th and 2 and he got to get it, he gonna get it.
banged up or not. Okay, so oh my God, his line right now is 31 and a half rushing yards.
It's not high for him if he was healthy,
That
but
is low for him.
he will be playing on with a. He is wearing a knee brace tomorrow. I do know that. But
Okay,
they said he looked good in practice, but they could just be saying that.
okay,
That's what
so
they're supposed to say.
in his last 10 games, how many times do you think he went below 31 and a half?
Jalen Hurts,
Yes.
is this including the game where Washington knocked him out?
Last 10 games.
I'm gonna
When
say
when
three.
when, when did Washington knock him out in December?
Nah, it was January. It was one of their
No,
last
no,
games of
no,
the season,
no, no. It's hold on, January. No, that was December 22nd,
right before Christmas. I'm gonna
right
say
before Christmas.
0.
One time.
Was it that game?
Nope. In that
Don't tell
game,
me.
he had 41 yards.
When they knocked him out,
When they knocked him out, he
he
had
did.
41
He
yards.
did. He was having a good game. That cost me two fantasy championships.
You said don't
So,
tell you. You gonna try to guess who it is?
AFC or NFC?
AFC. Good rushing defense.
Was it
Bad
Pittsburgh?
passing. Mm-mm.
Baltimore?
hmm Baltimore held him to 29 yards.
Why do I think he had a good game against Baltimore? And I
Mm,
feel like we beat
I mean,
Baltimore pretty
I mean,
good too.
he might have had a. Let's see what his passing game was like that game. Oh, Baltimore, he only had 118 yards passing. But yeah, rushing wise, only one team in the past 10 games has held him under that 31 and a half yards. So yeah, I'd take that.
He's gonna do whatever he got to do to get them to the Super Bowl.
Actually, it just moved to 30 and a half.
Yeah, he's wearing. Like I said, I know he's wearing a knee brace tomorrow.
I ain't
I
sweating that
don't
knee
think
brace.
it's nothing. I don't think it's nothing torn, but it may be something pulled or sprained or strained in that knee.
This
It's
is
not
playoff.
100%.
This is playoff football. Right before the Super Bowl, you protect your assets, and
Yeah,
then you try to deceive the other team.
that's it.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I like that play a lot. I think I'm gonna put that in shortly. Um, another one I like is I think I took Brian Robinson over 9 carries. I think his line was 9.
Hmm.
I took him over that. He had to pass 2 times against the Eagles, and they're gonna have to run. It's cold weather.
Got to. I wonder what the wind is gonna be and the weather's gonna be.
They do have high winds. I did read that somewhere. As a matter of fact, I tell you, let me get this real quick, and I'll tell you what the atmosphere is gonna be like. NFL weather. There we go. Lincoln Financial, 13.9 mile per hour winds,
Mm.
40 degrees.
It won't be that cold.
It may possibly be a low scoring game because of those winds, though.
Yeah. Hey, that could come down to a kicking game. Zane Gonzalez and Jake Elliott.
Oh my God! Don't stress Zane Gonzalez out.
So I will tell y'all this by the way, because we do talk about bets. Last week I played a bet for the divisional games that came on Sunday for all four teams to hit at least two field goals, and it was a lotto. It was like plus, I think it was plus 1,800, and it did hit. And maybe something to look into these cold weather games. These kickers got to be clutch.
Hey, and I tell you, if you are following any of my picks, I've been hot on college basketball.
Yeah, he was 4-0,
Hot.
and the Tar Heels suck, by the way. But
Hmm.
I recently had a conversation. We not switching subjects about North Carolina. This is another topic for another day. Not getting high recruits, and we just got one. So I am proud about that.
You say North Carolina,
Yeah, the Tar Heels. That's my college
and you
basketball.
say and you say we.
Yeah, because I'm
Okay.
alumni. Hell, they had to go anywhere to go. All right, shit. MJ, go.
I don't understand you sometimes.
Who to go?
No, 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 no. I understand that part.
Oh,
I understand that part. But North Carolina basketball, Nebraska football, I just can't remember your teams because it's not consistent.
they all my teams have one thing in common.
A goat.
I didn't ever tell you why I like the teams that I like.
You told me about Nebraska, but I can't remember.
All of them, when I grew up, they had one great black player on their team. Nebraska had Tommy Frazier. Of
Okay.
course, North Carolina had MJ, but once I started liking him, I started liking the Tar Heels.
So
The
you
St.
couldn't
Louis Cardinals, they had Ozzie Smith. The Eagles had Randall Cunningham. The Lakers had Magic Johnson.
you couldn't like Colorado or Notre Dame or
I did
somebody.
like Florida State. I liked Florida
Charlie
State. They
Ward.
had Charlie
Charlie
Ward.
Ward.
Yeah. But I just went with Nebraska because I was little and I that's what I seen.
Okay. I see your reasoning.
Come out when I really used to watch baseball, whenever he would come out at the beginning of the game, he would turn a backflip every time and I thought that was the greatest
Hey,
shit in the
that
world.
was cool. Ozzy was the man. We got the Buffalo Bills versus Kansas City.
We
I
do.
did I did send up my prayer today to little bitty baby Jesus.
I was just about to say, if y'all check his Facebook page, I don't even think Kansas City fans want Kansas City to win this. I don't think nobody wants Kansas City to win this game. I don't.
Man, it's tough. I mean, they trying to put out all this proof that the refs are not for Kansas City the past couple of years with stats on the penalties and stuff,
Yeah. But that
saying
shit don't mean nothing.
that don't mean nothing. If you watch the games,
Yeah.
you know that the
It's
calls that are against these other teams are bullshit.
it's not how many you call, it's
It's
when
what
you
you call
call
and
and
what
what
you
you
call.
call.
Um, Josh Allen and the Bills have their running game going right now,
They do.
which is what we have said a key component of a big playoff push. Defense is playing decently. Um, I want to kind of say it's been that bend but don't break defense.
Buffalo defense.
Yeah, Buffalo.
I feel like they create a lot of turnovers.
They have been lately. But Taylor Rapp is out. Taylor Rapp has been part of that turnover process.
Yeah, I did see that, the safety, yeah.
Yep.
I hope and pray. You send up a prayer, I'm gonna send up a prayer. Josh Allen has been pretty mellow this season, mistake free, no turnovers. I hope he doesn't get fidgety and turns back into Josh Allen that we know and tries to do too much and try to do Superman stuff and try to win this game on his own.
I could see that happening, but he needs to play within the offense
Yes.
and have confidence in his players. Just because you hand off to James Cook and he got tackled in the backfield this time, don't feel bad and feel like you shouldn't hand it off to him on a read option or something like that the next play. Have confidence that he's going to do his job. If you throw this receiver
Mhm.
over here, which Keon Coleman is good at not catching the ball sometimes, but he's the open receiver, you still have to have faith in him the next time that he is open that he's going to make a play.
And I got a crazy thought. Get Amari Cooper the ball.
Man, imagine that.
I mean, like you literally have a weapon on your team. Why don't you give him the ball?
Why do they not run more two tight end sets?
They got two good tight ends.
Two.
Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid.
Yes.
You got Amari Cooper. Like you have
Yes.
weapons. What are you doing?
Yes.
What are you doing? I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Man,
I don't know.
it's a play on Madden and college football. I don't use my tight ends a lot when I'm playing the game,
Hmm.
but there is a play that has both my tight ends running corners.
I knew that was what you was finna say. I do that exact same play, and I flare my running back out,
Man,
especially on college football because you know they like to cheat.
yeah, yeah.
I
Um,
really feel like Buffalo got a chance to win this game,
they do. This is probably their best chance in a long time.
but I will say, if they don't win this game, I don't see them getting back no time soon. I think Josh Allen will just be. They'll be good. They still gonna be good. They'll get to divisional games, but I don't. If he don't win this game, I think that may be
Well, the best thing that has happened to Josh Allen's career may be gone after this season anyway.
who
So
Joe
this
Burrow.
Joe Brady. I really think that the New Orleans Saints are waiting to interview him.
That's why they haven't interviewed nobody.
Yep. Joe Tooney's doing all right at left tackle, but that has left vulnerabilities everywhere else.
You know what I do hope for this game. A lot of people don't know Kansas City. They offensive line ain't as good as it's normally been. And another thing about Kansas City that a lot of people are pissed off about. What is his name? Jawan Taylor, is that his name?
Juwan Taylor
The
jump off
offensive
tackle.
lineman that lines up way in the backfield.
JT jump Taylor.
Yeah, he lines up in the backfield every time, and they rarely ever call it. Like, no, come on, man. I wouldn't blitz Patrick Mahomes a lot this game. I would make as crazy as this is going to sound, he gonna have to stand in that pocket and he gonna have to beat me.
So Mahomes he excels against two high coverages. The Bills play that at the fourth highest rank.
Kelsey gonna kill.
Well, you got Kelsey, but you also just got Hollywood Brown back. You got Xavier Worthy. I
Got D
mean,
Hop.
what's that weather like?
He got his weapons back at the same. He got his weapons back when he needed them the most.
It's gonna be 31 degrees at Arrowhead,
No wind.
4 miles per hour, 4 o'clock.
That's beautiful for this time of year. That's beautiful weather.
Yep. I don't think there's any precipitation. It's gonna be cold, but hmm,
They gonna win, ain't they?
I mean, hold on. There's something else I want to see real quick.
They gonna win.
There's something else I want to see real quick.
I can't stand them, man. It's not that I can't even stand them. It's just the pageantry that comes with them that I can't stand. The Taylor Swift and the Caitlin Clark and all that shit.
So you
I
know what?
love Andy Reid. I love Patrick Mahomes. I love Kelsey. They some warriors. They some fighters. I just don't like the pageantry that comes with it. And then too, as football fans, when a team starts winning all the fucking time, you get tired of seeing.
So they have turned into the
Patriots.
Cowboys fans. They
Really?
ain't they ain't quite the Patriots fans yet. When the Cowboys is winning and they got that arrogance,
Yeah.
That's how they acting, but they almost they on the threshold of being New England Patriots when they made them runs.
I want Buffalo to win. Fuck it, I'm taking Buffalo. If I ain't gonna put a lot on it. Give me Buffalo and plus the hell with it.
I'm pulling for Buffalo too. Um,
Come on, Josh Allen. Come on, baby. Let's get it done.
so the head referee is Cleet Blakeman.
It's over. I don't even know who he is. It's over. Mm, mm,
I just
mm.
want to see something.
You trying to make a bet right quick.
Mm-mm.
You know what? Why he doing that? I tell y'all some betting info about tomorrow's games. Uh, right now they have the Phillies. They have the Philadelphia Eagles as a 6 point favorite over under 47 and a half. And they got Kansas City as a 2.5 point favorite, and that's 48 and a half, the over under.
Hey man, um,
What?
you know who was the referee for the Eagles game?
Who?
Sean Hockey.
Hell, I don't know if that's good or bad.
You know what the Eagles' record is with Sean Hockey?
0-15.
6-0.
That's
1
one
and
of my
0 in
favorite referees.
1-0 in 2024.
That's my favorite referee.
The Commanders are 1-2 with Sean Hockey, but
I
they
hope he fly on a plane with us.
1-0 in 2024.
I got a Philly cheesesteak with his name on it.
So here's what I was looking for: Clete Blakeman. When he's the head referee for the Chiefs games, the Chiefs are 3-4. Bills are 5-2.
Come on with it, Bill.
Hey man, oh,
Wait, what you say his name was?
Clete Blakeman.
Oh hell, where I get Bill from? Come on, Bills. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, you call him Bill if you want to. I don't care.
Come on,
So,
man. Let's go.
yep. Well, since Patrick Mahomes took over as the starting quarterback in Kansas City, the Chiefs are 5-6 with Blakeman.
I like it.
Blakeman was the referee for two of the wildest losses of Mahomes' career.
Good.
54-51 loss to the Rams back in 18. And then he was the ref for the New England game when they lost 37-31 in overtime.
I,
Yeah, I
I,
like
I
this.
like it.
I like it a lot.
I do.
Yeah. We might have some good fucking football tomorrow.
I hope we do. I really hope we do. I hope it's settled on the field.
And not with the referees.
Mm-mm.
Anything you want to add before we cut out?
Not necessarily about football. Did you see the starters for the NBA All Star game?
I have not, but I did hear that some people think that LaMelo Ball got snubbed. Abraham, be careful he kick you out the show.
I ain't worried about him. He just mad we destroyed the Steelers in that football game. I can't say because the East starters are Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Giannis, and Carl Anthony Towns. Who do you take off to start LaMelo Ball? I have a problem with the Western Conference. That's what I got a
I
problem with.
I don't say that you take anybody off, but with LaMelo, he did have the fan vote, which the fan vote
He
doesn't fully
did.
make it.
He did.
Um, Jalen Brunson, he's been playing All Star caliber. Don't get me wrong,
He would
but
be the one that you would have to take off.
yeah, but LaMelo's been hurt.
Yeah. So in the West, it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, it's Stephen Curry, it's LeBron James, it's Kevin Durant, it's Nikola Jokic. I have zero problem with Shai Gilgeous and Nikola Jokic. They are 1 and 2 in the MVP race right
Curry
now.
and LeBron, they need to be on the bench.
Curry, LeBron, Durant, all three of them could go on the bench. Victor Wembanyama should be starting in this All-Star game.
You have a valid fucking point.
Anthony Edwards should be starting in this All-Star game.
You have a valid fucking point.
Now, out of them three, pick whatever two that you want to take off, but those two should be starting. That's the problem. And I understand that we still doing we still in that Olympic nostalgia stage. We want to see them play again. Sometimes, hey, these young kids had this All-Star game. They not finna play.
Well, some of them may possibly be in the Rising Stars game too.
Yeah, because whoever win, I still don't understand the format to it. I
The
still
Rising,
don't understand the
well,
format.
I haven't looked into it lately, but I know I think over the past couple of years, it changed from the rookies versus sophomores to being a mixture of both of them.
No, I'm not talking about that. You know, whoever win the rookie game got to play in the 14 format against the other three All-Star teams.
You know what? We hadn't even really looked in. I haven't looked into it,
I haven't.
but we
I
haven't
really
discussed it.
haven't.
So,
We'll do that.
when is the All Star game?
It's usually Valentine's Day weekend. That's usually when it is.
Valentine's Day weekend. All right. That Wednesday or Friday, we will do a show.
Let's see. It's
Uh,
February 16th. It
okay.
can't be Friday. Well, that's Valentine's Day.
Well, you know you can't do it.
Uh,
We'll figure it out. We'll have a show to talk about the All Star weekend period.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That's all I had. I had to vent that because that been bothering me.
Ain't nothing wrong about it. It's a sports talk show, and we talk about sports. We're not limited to basketball or football.
And the All-Star game still gonna suck. I'm gonna watch it because it's entertaining.
You know, I asked you. I don't think we ever discussed it on the show, or we may have. Do you think the All Star game should be moved to Saturday?
I feel like they should just do it all in one day. It's lost its luster because the players don't play with the effort. They don't care about who's the best. They all have brands. They gonna dunk. They gonna jump high. They gonna shoot a bunch of threes because it makes them look good.
They're gonna debut their new shoe.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yep. Um, I personally like. Um, I would do the slam dunk contest and 3-point contest on the Friday night,
Mm-hmm.
and then do the All Star game on the Saturday.
Yep.
That would be my preference.
Did you see the slam dunk contestants?
Mm-mm.
See, this is the problem with the slam dunk contest, man. It's oh my god, man.
I did hear that Bronny and LeBron declined to do the skills challenge.
So the 2025 NBA dunk contest is Stephon Castle from the Spurs.
I could understand that.
It's Matas Buzelis. I don't even know who he played for. He
He
in the
plays for the
NBA.
Bulls. He plays for the Bulls. He's a rookie.
Andre Jackson Jr.
I can understand that. Have you seen that boy dunk?
I have. And
Whoo,
of course,
Lord.
you got Mac McClung, who won last year.
Is Mac McClung even on an NBA roster and not a G League roster?
He's still on the G League roster. They said he may also compete. I'm not. No. I hope it's good.
Hey man, at this point, you might as well bring in the white boy with the funny hair.
That's what I'm. The Jordan Kilgannon or whatever his
Hey
name
kid,
is.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
If you gonna do it, it should. NBA slam dunk contest used to have the great people in it. It should be Zion, John Moran, Anthony Edwards. You got some real people that can dunk. They don't want to do it because if they lose, they feel like it's gonna hurt their brand. The effort is not there no more. It's just
You
not.
NBA should just go ahead and bring in the best dunkers in the world.
That's it. Just do it that way and be done with it.
I mean, yeah, you get you a couple of NBA guys, but bring in um like the Jordan Kilgore or whatever his name is, bring the
Hmm.
best dunkers in to compete against them. Let's see what you got. You say you a dunker in the NBA? Let's see if you can outdunk this kid right here.
That's it.
And you know that will draw some fans just for a simple fact. It's David versus Goliath.
Yep.
I'd watch,
I definitely will watch. Hell, I watch all the bullshit anyway.
but as we speak, with what you just told me, if Mac McClung is in, I'd vote for him. If he is out, it's between Castle and Jackson, which I would lean towards Jackson right now.
Yeah. How tall? I want to say Castle because he's a little smaller, but he got some
Ca-
get up on him.
Castle's like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
Jackson, man, he jumps out the gym.
He a high riser.
Yeah.
Obi Toppin is too, but he can't never win.
Mm-mm. We'll see if anything changes before then. But I got some Mississippi pork chops downstairs in the crock pot.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
about to go. I'm about to go put them over some rice and call it a night.
yeah. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Man, as
Remember to
always.
keep my alumnus, Antioch High School, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. If you missed the intro to the show, go back and watch that. Um, we out.
Antioch Strong, appreciate y'all. We will holler at y'all next week.